Hi, watching the Savera. This is Amarpal Singh before you. Amid global energy crisis as well as intense pressure on the Indian rupee, recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi he urged the residents to adopt lifestyle changes, whether to avoid the purchasing of gold for a year, to avoid foreign tours, to reduce the energy consumption. So, to understand the entire critical situation of the Indian economy, why this statement has been made by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, to understand this, we are having with us a noted industrial economist, Dr. Harish Anand, with us. So, welcome, sir, to the Savera, first of all.
Yeah.
Sir, how you see the statement made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the how you link it with the increasing pressure on the Indian rupee as well as the global energy crisis?
See, the people and the nation by and large is one and the same thing. And now the interests are basically converging also. The interest of ordinary person as country taken together. For example, when we are saying that we should try to reduce our consumption or we should try to take less gold, more for investment or speculative purpose or traveling abroad, one thing that it is that in the given difficult economic situation, it is always wise to be spend thrift kind of person, that to minimize your consumption and the expenses which you can avoid, you should avoid. This is how ordinary person, this is how industry, this is how firms, or this is how even the government behaves. Right. This is a very standard phenomena. And so far and it also has an impact upon the foreign exchange, because as of now, in the given situation, we don't know how this uncertainty related to the fuel availability of the fuel because of this Hormuz issues there, and because of this war condition, we don't know how long it will continue, how it is going to affect us. So it is good that we should preserve our resources in this difficult time and moderate our all you can say unavoidable expenditure to the extent possible. This is how I read his communication to the country.
Right. So, India is among the world largest importer of the gold. So, what kind of pressure is there on the Indian foreign reserves or the Indian capital?
Sir, India for gold import has increased suddenly from around 54-55 billion dollar last year to more than $75 billion this year. And around 2020, it was not more than 2024 $25 billion. So from in 5 years, $25 billion to $75 billion is a huge increase. So believing that it is not an organic growth. It means that we are using gold for our conventional purposes, for our social purposes. On the same time, probably maybe we are now holding consuming more gold for investment or speculative purposes. So that is certainly a thing that we need maybe a policy responses. So far, what the government policies has done in foreign trade policy specifically, that to curb the smuggling or unfair means of bringing gold in the country, they reduce the import duty from about 15% 12% a couple of years back to now less than 6%. Right. And they're keeping it that. If they really wanted to snub the gold import, they can increase that duty. But they are not doing. They are basically following the moral persuasions kind of thing, and basically convincing people. So this is what I believe is some sort of an advisory. That's it.
Right. So, if people take this advisory, follow this advisory, if they do not purchase gold for a year, if we assume that, can it help in stabilizing the Indian economy?
In temporary, only to the extent gold part is concerned. It may have a little less pressure on the foreign exchange reserve, or it may have a little less pressure on the devaluation of the rupee. But I don't believe that it will have any significant impact.
Right. And if people do not purchase gold for a, how it can adversely affect those who are involved in this business, whether it is regarding the the polishers or other person who are involved in this business.
I believe, sir, so far the making of jewelry is concerned, there is no confirmed information that this kind of advisory will have any kind of specific impact upon making of the jewelry. Because as I also said earlier, that it is a basically secular growth. The consumption of gold for social purpose is a secular growth kind of thing, and that part will continue. Right. Being a social norm. But so far, the trading or the speculative trading or investment trading is concerned, I don't think it has a direct impact upon the, you can say, jewelry maker or the ordinary workers. I don't think it has a much impact.
Right. So Indian rupee is sharply falling against the US dollar. How much pressure you see it is linked with the tensions in the West Asia?
to a greater extent, sir, you were importing crude oil at the rate of $60 per barrel to $70 per barrel for a large number part of the previous year and maybe for a couple of years. Suddenly it has gone to $120, and today also it is $104 per barrel. So and crude is a large component of your total import bill, and it is likely to, you can say, put pressure on your exchange rate, on your foreign exchange rate, or even inflation in your economy. So it certainly has a negative impact upon us.
And if geopolitical tensions it continues to worsen, what kind of long-term impact you are witnessing?
Well, we have to become more and more self-reliant. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue to depend upon fossil-based energy. We need to diversify our energy base toward renewable side, toward, as say earlier, hydrogen or solar or air or wind or any other source of renewable energy. We need to create our own supply, or specifically, as we said, edible oil. We have to produce more that kind of oil within our country. We are a large country, a large area we have, all kind of weather we have, all kind of agriculture product we are capable of producing. So our dependence upon the foreign country is mainly on the industrial product, if we can say so. And so we need to develop our homegrown industry here, and so that our dependence upon import can come down. But it is also sure that you cannot isolate yourself completely from the world. You cannot have a country totally closed where you are not dependent. So whatever we mean, you can only reduce its extent, but you will remain connected to the world. If anything happens economically or politically in any part of the world, it is going to impact you. Maybe it underline a philosophical thing that you all are residents of this earth. So if anything happens to any part of the earth, you are going to affect. You cannot escape.
Right. And if Indian rupee continues to fall, like it has already crossed 95 rupees against the US dollar. So if it continues to fall, how it is going to impact the inflation in the country?
If you continue to fall, it is definitely going to raise the inflationary concern in the country. But nothing can keep on going on in one direction continuously. It is what is happening. A war kind of situation is not a permanent affair in the world. They always happens, and they comes and they goes. And what we have seen in the last 100 of years of existence of the mankind on this earth, that war or temporary, peace is permanent. So you will see it is only a temporary phase we will pass through. But in this temporary phase, we are definitely going to face hardship. It is like think that if you are not well, you are unwell, you are having fever, you suffer. And this is how we are suffering, but fever will not remain forever.
Right. Prime Minister Modi also suggested that one should avoid foreign tours as well as investing in the foreign products also. So how you see that it is linked with the entire situation?
See, I will only modify, if I can, in a light words, that if somebody accept Indian currency, you go and spend. What's wrong? But if you have to pay dollar and dollar, you have less in supply, then you definitely, there are beautiful places in India also which you go and visit. And see, there is a large, beautiful, unexplored India. You go and spend that. I think this is his advice is only for the temporary in nature, and it is just to contain that you spend less money, nothing more than that.
And what more practical solution or advice you want to share, that how we can deal with such a situation for a long term period?
Sir, what I personally believe, that whenever you get into this kind of a hole, the thing is, first of all, you should conserve what you have. Okay? This is what we have seen, that if you are in a, somehow you get in a desert, you try to preserve the water that you have rather than digging a new well or finding out some alternate source of supply or river or something. That supply, protect what you have. This is what the advice has come. But in long run, basically it is along with that, we need to cultivate the alternate source within country on all those areas where we are dependent upon the foreign goods, whether it is oil or it is crude oil or it is a edible oil or anything else.
Right. Thank you so much. So he is a noted industrial economist, Dr. Harish Anand, who mentioned that there is nothing to panic, and one should follow the advice mentioned by, given by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and we should reduce our dependence on the other countries, and we should explore what we are having in our own country. So we will keep updating you. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Amarpal Singh with cameraman Sandeep Singh.